One thing I can say is I was always smooth as a calm and collected, not to be played with. I don't fear rejection. God is my weapon. You ever been to heaven? Passing out my blessings, it's up to you to catch it. It's fuel with discretion. Your ex ain't, he can't talk like this. Yellow diamond stone, I compare the. It's the small things, I don't cherish my whips. Looking at my lady, can't believe it's my. The life that I live. I can't repeat myself, making it clear. This the year that we taking. This the year, this the year. I done had plenty of scars, they throwing stones. My brother had plenty of work on top of stove. We say we got talking ties, a small circle, a square for telling lies, and I guess I'm not good at making clothes, but I'm cutting ties with. I don't really eat grease, but it's time to fry you. I'm staying out the way, I'm Mr. Mind my business. It's time to beat the road, and like me, do the deuces, I put the fouls up. Still po-
Number 26, Kyle. Starting at point, standing 6'2", number 0, Damian Miller. On the floor, 6 feet 10 inches, number 13, Paulo Banchero. Standing 7 feet, number 33, Patrick. He's anyone from day one, 6'5", and the triple one, Anthony Edwards. Your first is Trent Dance. One more time, let's hear it for your Minnesota Timberwolves.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Wallace is out there with Jaren Jackson. It's Bird. Then there's Dumars. And it's Halliburton into the one. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Kyle Korver. Ewing is out there with Van Karen. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Edwards in at the two-guard spot. On paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, that means just so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
Tyrese Halliburton has an array of moves offensively. Off the deck, yes, sir.
Korver gets a wide-open look. They get it again. Ewing's shot is good.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Offensive rebound. Jackson from long range. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. He's focused on Jaren Jackson Jr. tonight, always a big problem for opponents. Coach told me Triple J does the two things we all want, hit threes and block shots. He's won a Defensive Player of the Year, so we're talking about one of the toughest guys to game plan for because he's really good at both ends. Guys, back over to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. And here's Jackson after Kyle Korver hitting the three. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of
the previous play is under review.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology.
My hand went through his leg at the
The ruling
foul.
on the floor is confirmed.
Able now to challenge
Ugly ass.
the
He's going to get a female referee. Why don't you?
And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Just double-checking, and the game continues on.
With a screen for Halliburton. Outside Jackson, just 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Ewing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Korver for 3. Drills it from outside. Korver's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Timberwolves. Cleveland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Indoors for the Timberwolves, 2 consecutive trips to the Western Conference Finals.
Kevin, this is by far the franchise's most successful era to date. But of course, they are not satisfied. Anthony Edwards desires a championship because he wants to be considered amongst the all-time greats.
And Korver has made a living out of hitting that 3 ball. He has one of the quickest releases in the game.
Bird looking it over. It's stolen by Korver. Edwards gets to Korver. Banchero, a screen on Bird. Taps in the tray. And that's 12 points for Kyle Korver.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the 3s they're allowing.
Outside Jackson from past the arc. Wallace controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Lillard against Halliburton. Outside Korver. Banchero, a screen for Korver. Off target from outside.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Fires for 3. They get it back. Wallace. Good D by Ewing.
Boy, maybe nothing more important than what just happened. Protecting the rim without fouling.
Baseline J on the way. Bucket is good.
Well, listen, I like the bucket, but defensively, you've got to be better.
The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one after the win against the New York Knicks. On the way, Korver jacks up a 3. Joe Dumars with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
Now here's Edwards. Still yet to score. And taken away by Wallace. Dumars with it. Lillard picks him up. And finished off by Halliburton.
You see that Tyrese Halliburton does an extraordinary job picking his spots in the open floor. He simply has a knack to know when to run.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Edwards from the arc. Ewing kicks to Edwards. Ewing, a screen on Dumars. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Joe Dumars.
Boy, the aggressive move by Anthony Edwards, and he gets exactly what he wants. He draws the contact.
He hits both from the stripe.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And here's Dumars. Bridges outside. And the 3 off target. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. Back to the action in just a minute. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far in the Timberwolves?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
Damian Lillard out there with Edwards. Then it's Ewing. Then it's Paolo Banchero. And it's Korver in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. The offensive rebound. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. A switch here also for Cleveland. Jackson's checked in. They throw good, Wiggins. And the Cavaliers' Kenny Atkinson. Doris winning the NBA Coach of the Year in 2025.
And this was just an incredible honor for Kenny, who, of course, long-time record as an assistant coach, great player development coach, joined Steve Kerr for a time and says that experience helped take his coaching to another level. That has manifested in Cleveland.
And now, joining us on the line, Shams Charania with a recent development. Shams, what's the latest?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. I just got confirmation that the early season trade the Timberwolves have been pursuing is finals. They haven't been shy about looking to add another proven scorer to their roster, and pulling the trigger on a Zach LaVine deal gives them the precise type of scorer they hope will round out their offense. LaVine has shown time and time again that he will always be a factor on the offensive end.
Thank you, Shams. Great to hear from you as always. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Korver's checked in. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, guys. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, "I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me." Back to you.
Fills it up with the best. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you.
James Harden, one of the best individual offensive players the game has ever seen. If he gets his feet in the painted area, it is always dangerous for the defense.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Edwards comes in for Kyle Korver. A switch here also for Cleveland. Halliburton's checked in for Wiggins. Bridges with it, picked up by Thompson. Pass to Dumars. And he uses the glass on the layup. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. And here is Bridges after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. Grant kicks to Dumars. Just 4 to shoot. Over Edwards. Dumars misses.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time. Just won't go.
Duren sets the screen for Edwards. And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Cleveland making a change here. Bird's checked in.
In for Cleveland, number 33, Larry.
Pass to Duren. Stolen by Bird. Bridges with it. Picked up by Thompson. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, quick transition has Bridges positioned perfectly. Puts the nice finish on the transition opportunity.
Anderson a screen on Bird. Edwards passes to Harden. The three. Harden buries the triple.
I mean, what do you do against James Harden when he's in pick-and-roll action. This guy's elusive. He has such incredible feel.
And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003, soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
And here's Anderson following Larry Bird's three. Thompson outside Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Duren with the screen on Bird. And here's Anderson for 3. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Some changes for Minnesota. Zach LaVine's checked in for Thompson. And it's Korver in for Edwards. Cleveland also making some changes. Wallace comes in for Grant, and it's Dumars in for Mikal Bridges. Outside Jackson. A wide open look for Bird. Off target with his 3.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Duren with the screen on Wallace. Here's Korver for 3, and again, Minnesota with the triple.
He's got that hot hand now, and he's as dangerous as anybody who's ever shot the ball in this league.
Pass to Jackson, beyond the arc, bangs home the trifecta. Jackson's got 6 points.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And so it's Minnesota bringing the quarter to a close. Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Hey everybody, always a fascinating story. Our first order of business. Let's catch you up on some trades around the league. And trades are just part of the business. You guys were dealt a number of times during your careers. How'd that feel?
Well, it didn't feel great, Ernie. But now, it's good to know that I'm untradeable.
Yeah, hello. Wait, what? Oh, it's final? Okay, I'll tell him. Kenny, I have some bad news.
Stop it, Shaq. I veto. There's no reason to break up this big 3. And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Timberwolves.
The 3 ball is falling. They've got good momentum. They're setting hard screens, and the shooters are capitalizing.
Everything working together. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Nice game. Great performance by Kyle Korver.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Boy, he's been aggressive looking for his shot. Remarkable effort on the offensive end in that first half.
And Minnesota has possession. They've led by as much as 10. On the court for Cleveland, they've got Jackson. Halliburton is out there with Dumars. And it's Bird, and it's Wallace in at the 5, roaming the paint. Halliburton finds Jackson, and it's in there.
And here's a guy that's not in coast mode. Jackson's going to give it all he has every minute he's on the floor. That's how he earns the and one.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Ewing's checked in for Duren. Paolo Banchero comes in for Anderson. Edwards has come in for Zach LaVine, and it's Damian Lillard in for James Harden. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And when Tyrese Halliburton entered the NBA, Greg, scouts were worried about his shot release point.
It's definitely lower than you would teach, but by the same token, that's why he gets it off so quickly, making it a tough shot to contest.
Here's Halliburton, and finished off by Halliburton.
Yeah, that's Halliburton's handle, getting by defenders to the spot and then finish with authority.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Minnesota. Outside Korver lets it go from deep. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Three-pointer, Bird. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist. Dumars got 3 assists tonight.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch-and-shoot game.
Now here's Edwards. He has 5.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. Paolo Banchero is trying to become more vocal. He said being the best player on the team, you've got to speak up. You can't ever be quiet because at the end of the day, I'm a high-Q player. I see the game really well, but I'm not out there talking the game. It's doing everyone a disservice. Back to you, Kevin.
Outstanding. Allie, we appreciate the report. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Halliburton kicks to Jackson. No good from outside. For Minnesota, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Outside Korver hits it from 3-point range. And now a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
This guy has been a key to their success tonight. He's been selective and efficient.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. Beans checked in for Minnesota. Mikal Bridges checked in for the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers trail by 3. And great when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front.
That can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
And the basket by Edwards.
Boy, this isn't the angle that Anthony Edwards favors, but my goodness, can he flat shoot the ball?
Dumars, the pass to Halliburton. Bird outside. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Halliburton's got 4 assists in the game. Out to Edwards. Stolen by Dumars. And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Minnesota. Jalen Duren comes in for Banchero. And it's Harden in for Edwards. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Chandler is checked in for the Timberwolves. Thompson comes in for Luke. Halliburton kicks to Bridges. They set the pick. Down low, here's Dumars. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Dumars got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here is Harden. He's got 8. Launches a 3. Here's Chandler. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Chandler's got his first basket.
Yeah, because of his length and toughness, so difficult to stop Chandler from converting off the window.
Halliburton passes to Bird. And here's Dumars outside. Minnesota leading by 3. Left to the wing. Duren, no good. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And it's Bird with the jam.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, they've had less success when they allow the defense to get set. That's why they want to keep pushing the pace.
Duren with a screen on Halliburton. Great open look there. 11 points in the game.
I mean, we've come to expect this from James Harden. The ability to strike quickly from beyond the three-point line is just special.
On the wing, Bird. Back to Halliburton. Fires the three. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to just one on the basket from Bird.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Timberwolves lead by one. From Target Center, back in a moment. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA. And you see it right there on display.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Thompson is out there with Durham. Then it's Harden, and it's Chandler, and it's Levine in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Boy, the missed free throw there keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Pass to Korver, 3-pointer, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And that's now 21 points for Kyle Korver. Halliburton for 3. Good on the triple. Halliburton's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
Oh, how about the answer from distance by Tyrese Halliburton?
Right side Korver, stolen by Grant. Left side Halliburton. Here's Wiggins. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. They trail by 1. Grant finds Halliburton. Bridges, no one around him. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Lillard, the pass to Korver. Ewing sets a screen for Korver. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Now here's Bridges. He drills the 3.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Shoots the 3, and down goes the 3.
All night, he just won't let up.
Now Wiggins. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Minnesota making some changes. Chandler's checked in for Ewing. Jalen Duren comes in for Paolo Banchero. And it's James Harden in for Edwards. Cleveland also making some changes. Wallace is checked in for Grant. Bird comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Dumars in for Mikal Bridges. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. Well, coach is thrilled with their 3-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that.
This guy embraces coming up big for his team.
Nails the jumper.
And when you need a bucket, Korver is a fantastic option. This guy, so cool under pressure.
Got a piece of it. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
On the wing, Wallace. He's guarded by Chandler. Outside Dumars. And he makes that one count.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Jacks up a three. Good. Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And Halliburton's got the ball here for Cleveland. They lead by one. Ball is with the screen on Harden. Here's Jackson. Misses the three. Ball is against Lillard. Stolen by Bird. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Minnesota's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Outside Korver to take the lead, and there's the three.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment. Oh, tough rebound for the big fella, but that is his job, folks.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possession from this point on. Looking to close it out. That one could have been the backbreak.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Bird lets it fly.
Seems like nothing bothers Larry Bird. He looks relaxed, scoring, even in a high-stakes moment.
Halliburton with it. From deep. Down it goes for three.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players to know.
Oh, he got it to go!
How about that?
And he whipped it at the buzzer.
Oh, an astonishing way to end this game. Some serious last-second heroics.
So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Dame, this team is on a roll, finding ways to win. What can you say about the way you're playing currently?
I mean, it just shows growth. Our team is getting better every day. In practice, we play close attention in film, and I think we've just been locked in over this whole win streak, and we've been able to transfer it to the games.
Keep it going. Thanks, Dame.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And now, our player of the game, Kyle Korver.